Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. It's the weekend, which means only one thing. It's time for that weekly news roundup. As always, we will begin with FPGA gaming news, then MiSTer, the Analog Pocket, and any other FPGA gaming news out there that is worth reporting. After that, we will move over to some random and retro gaming news. Now, I'm actually filming this while I'm on vacation, but it's really cool because I took my wife and the kids out. The kids are knackered, they're playing with their cousins, and my wife's like, go do your thing, chicken wing. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go and make the weekly news video. Now, I apologize in advance if you start getting some random kids shouting in the background. I am in a office around my brother-in-law's house, but hey, my kids are here, his kids are here, and sometimes the package makes some noise, but hopefully they're kind of contained downstairs. Anyway guys, yeah, before we go further in guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, then a subscription and a like is super duper appreciated. I also have a Patreon set up if you wish to further support the channel. Oh, now sorry, I was supposed to put an overlay to tell you guys what this game was, but this game is a fan game called Mushroom Kingdom Fusion. I'm doing like a quick video here, right, very late on a Saturday. So yeah, if you want to support the channel further, there's a Patreon available. Don't forget to check out the sponsor of the weekly news show, which is Mr. Addons, an absolutely awesome family-run business that will take care of all your MiSTer needs. And finally, guys, take me down to the Free Play City, where there's plenty of arcades and the girls are pretty. Anyway, check out Free Play City, London's best arcade. Let's get on with the news. Let's kickstart this week's episode with some great news. You can win yourself a MiSTer Addons or a Reflex Adapt by MiSTer Addons. This is Metal Game Solid giveaway number 4. To enter, it's simple. Go over to the Metal Game Solid post and it'll give you the instructions. But one of them is either like and retweet on X or Blue Sky and answer the question in the comment section of Metal Game Solid, just telling us what system or what controller you will use first if you were to win the Reflex Adapt. The article tells you all about it, what it can do, and it can do a lot, guys. There's differences between this and Snack and Snacks, but I really do like this one because for 1 millisecond of latency, you can actually control the menu. So with Snack, you can't control the menus. This one you can. Snack, you can use some original peripherals that don't work with this, but this one, you can use any controller with any core. We've got a few entries already, but if you want to enter, this is running till Wednesday, head over to Metal Game Solid, put your entry in, and you might be able to win this excellent device known as the Reflex Adapt. I ran an article over on Metal Game Solid yesterday talking about how TAITO F3 might be coming over to the MiSTer FPGA. Now that wasn't completely correct, but it wasn't completely incorrect either. So when I saw Wicker Wacker posting some images of himself testing out the TAITO F3 board, I definitely jumped the gun and I thought, wow, he's going from TAITO F2 straight to F3. But hey, the reason was a little bit different. I provided an update to the article, and the reason that he's showing the TAITO F3 is there's a component on the F3 board that shares, or the same component is on the F3 board you can find also on the Operation Wolf 3 board, and that's the game that Wicker Wacker is interested in bringing over because it shares a lot of similarities with the TAITO F2 boards as well, so it'll be an easy one to implement. And to buy an Operation Wolf 3 board was a lot more expensive than buying a TAITO F3 board. So what's really interesting is Raki, core developer Wacky, that has brought us so much goodness over to the MiSTer FPGA. They actually announced a while back that they were working on a TAITO F3, so hopefully that is something we're getting. There's no timeline to it. It might still be years away, it might be months away, we're not exactly sure. So kind of good news for TAITO F3 in the longer future, but also for Operation Wolf 3. Now, I haven't actually played Operation Wolf 3 myself. I've mainly played number 1 and a little bit of Operation Thunderbolt, but I definitely look forward to it. So the future's always looking good for the MiSTer FPGA. Operation Wolf 3 in a kind of short or nearish future or closer than TAITO F3, and the TAITO F3 list is massive. It's on screen now and it features games like Elevator Action Returns, Darius Gaiden, one of my favorites, Bubble Symphony, and also Twin Cobra 2. So hopefully we will get this in the future, but my article initially kind of jumped the gun a little bit. I did go through and correct it, so looking forward to any and all arcade calls coming over to the MiSTer FPGA. The SEGA Saturn core for the MiSTer FPGA, the unstable Nightly's version, has received plenty of updates. In fact, in the last week, I'd say it's received 3 different updates. Now, this stream is from a couple of weeks ago. I haven't updated to the latest version. I have a MiSTer with me, but hey, I am actually on vacation. So, guys, I always recommend it if you want to stay up to date and get all the latest features the Sega Saturn and the Sega STV core offers, then try the unstable core. It's brilliant, it's excellent, and it just keeps getting better and better. So yeah, Sega Saturn and the STV side getting plenty of updates. In this section of the video, we're going to look at all things retro remake, Taki Udon, and anything Mr. Pi or MiSTer SuperStation1. So Taki Udon here says, one further change, we added a toggle switch to the side of the snack port to disable the PSX controller ports and route the signals to the dedicated snack ports on the dock. The port is compatible with our N64 and SNES snack adapters. There is a bypass on-off label not pictured, so with the dock you can bypass the PSS snacks. Okay, oh sorry, snack with a C. Right, okay, so Mateo here says, having this in the Super Dock, does it mean snack cannot be bypassed with just the SuperStation1? And Takyudan here confirms it's unique to the Super Dock. So if you buy the SuperStation1 without the Super Dock, you can use snack but only with PlayStation controllers. If you want to bypass it and say you want to use a Super Nintendo or an N64 controller, you need the Super Dock. So pretty clear there. I mean, the Super Dock's not too expensive. So if you've ordered it, hopefully you've ordered a Super Dock with it. Anyway, but choice is yours, really. Jack here says, is there an option to have an Arduino RP2040 built in the PCB for Reflex Adapt GP2040 respectively? A toggle switch for that would be awesome, as we could use PSX controllers for other calls. And Taki just hears, are you spying on me? So that's an indication that that may also be included. I mean, the SuperStation1 is just adding so much value, and it looks like we're getting even more. So Jake here says, no rush, but any rough ETA? And scrolling up, that's regarding the SuperStation1. And Taki Uran says, we're trying to clear even Q4 orders in the next 90 days. And Jake replies, awesome. Moving on here, there's some really good ones here, a really good one at the end as well. So Spencer here says, I missed the pre-order window earlier this year. Please tell me there will be other opportunities in the future. Every day I dream about getting one of these, and he's referring to the SuperStation1. And guess what, guys? Taki Uden here responds, and I've seen this myself because people over on my Discord post it whenever they become available. But Taki Uden says they are periodically available when people drop their pre-order. I would like this to be available again in Q4. So if you don't want to keep checking regularly, hopefully in Q4 you'll be able to order a SuperStation1. But if you're really after one, do keep checking the page. Like if you're at work and in your browser, keep it open, check in every hour or so. I always get people saying on my Discord, hey, guess what? Black is available. Like, you know, it's always the black one actually. I can't remember if the grey or any other colours are available, but something gets cancelled, it becomes available. So you just need to be quick if you do want to get one. And I completely understand if you want to get one now and you didn't want one before, because hey, not only is it backing up like your PlayStation games via optical media, it's running them directly as well as the Sega CD, Sega Saturn, PC Engine CD, and potentially even Atari Jaguar CD. So it's looking freaking good. Okay, Matthew here says, there you go, any shot of Atari Jaguar CDs running as well. And Takyurin says, I haven't tried, it should work. And that's the added value there. And given the fact that he's got pretty much any CD under the sun working that has a MiSTer core already, well, I'm pretty sure the Jaguar CD will become working. And over here from Michael Spector, when will we get emails regarding the disk drive? I would like mine to match the Founders Edition if possible. I bought a grey and a transparent blue. And Taki just simply answers there, they will automatically match. So guys, whatever colour you ordered, that's what colour dock you will get if you ordered the dock. Now this is really interesting. You know, you say save the best for last, then maybe I've saved the best tweak for last. Now there's always been talk of something like this, but it's really nice to see it kind of materialize out in the open over on X. So that long name there, let's just call him the soft list. The soft list here says, Takyulan had an idea I wanted to pass along. How about MiSTer all-in-one motherboard like the SuperStation that fits in a framework laptop case and uses the framework display, keyboard and battery? And Takyulan says Sorg. So Sorg Lake is the founder of the MiSTer FPGA project, the main man when it comes to the MiSTer. And Taki said Sorg also asked me to do this. Now I've heard talk about this, But that would be really great, right? Imagine your laptop, you take it out for work, you give your team's presentation, and when everything finishes and you're on the road, you are there playing Mr. FPGA in a freaking laptop. Absolutely amazing. Okay, guys, so I had this in my list. I remember someone posting on my Discord that it's now been deleted, and I haven't gone on it since, but because I saved the link, I can get to the post. So RetroArch 191 for Mr. FPGA. Someone actually uploaded a build that would run on the ARM side of your Mr. FPGA. Now, from what I understand, a lot of people tried it, but it had difficulty getting it up and running. It's not something I tried. I've got a version myself that a friend hooked me up with, and I tried it, and the experience wasn't as good as playing it on like my PC or a different dedicated machine. However, I do understand if you want to output to a CRT for calls that aren't available on the Mr. FPGA, this may be a viable option, but it looks like this post has been deleted. So it may still be out in the wild somewhere, maybe it's archived on the internet somewhere, or maybe if you scroll through the comments, you might be able to find it. I'll leave a link to this post either in the description, or it'll be on the Metal Games Solid post that's linked to this. I'm not sure, depending on how much time I've got, but either way, I'll link this post. So maybe if you want to go through the comments, because someone did mention there's a post, there's a link to it in the comments somewhere, so hey, you might be able to find it. Oh, someone tagged me there, man. Oh, sorry buddy, I didn't, Reddit didn't actually give me that ping. So oh, here you go, look, like someone's actually posted a link to it over here as well. So if you do want to try it out for yourself, try it out. I mean, I tried it out, I had fun. You know, from a content creation perspective, doing a live stream, trying out games on the MiSTer, you know, there was subpar and I wasn't really playing them on a CRT. So for me, it wasn't great value, but it was a fun stream to do. But I definitely believe in choices and for people to have access to stuff if it's available. And if it's available and you want to try it, then maybe you want to check this deleted thread, but you should be able to get there with the link that I'll provide. And like I said, it looks like further down, there is a link available that may get you a version of RetroArch for the MiSTer. Wizzo Mafizzo. This is Wizzo, guys. This is the guy, the brains behind the Zaparoo project, NFC loading for your Mr. FPGA and other devices, even stuff like Batacera. Heck, you can even load movies up with it. It originally started as Tab2, then remember guys, it became Zaparoo. So if you've ever used this project and you want to support Wizzo, there are t-shirts. Now remember, with stuff like this, guys, not only are you getting a cool t-shirt, but you're actually providing support to the developer. Wizzo does all this stuff and he releases it to the community for free. So if you want to show your support, maybe grab a t-shirt. Going over to the link in there and you can buy one. It's 30 British pounds. You can pick different sizes and it's 100% cotton. So yeah, if you want to support Wizzo and you like the Zaparoo work, then hey, you might want to Zaparoo yourself one of these t-shirts. And guys, probably to nobody's surprise, I'll be honest with you, I was kind of surprised. I really thought this was coming out in August, and many of you guys said nope, it's not going to come out. We are going to get another announcement saying there's going to be another delay. So you guys were right. I genuinely thought they were going to deliver in August, but hey, they didn't. The Analogue 3D has been delayed and the new shipping date is Q4. They kind of told everyone in a series of posts on X. It's also available on the Analogue website where they've got a statement. But yeah, it's Q4, which means the earliest is going to be September, which is in a few days. It's the 23rd of August today. I doubt it's going to be September. It's probably going to be like holiday season. We're talking December, unless there's another statement. Unless they can't deliver in 2025 and it gets pushed forward to 2026. Honestly, I have no idea when they're going to deliver. Now, put your sunglasses on. I'm just going to give you guys a warning because Analogue website doesn't have a dark mode. You have been warned. There's a little preview. Wow, even I feel blinded. So that's the full statement there. But generally, the TLDR is they're kind of like around that 99% and the final 1% is giving them lots and lots of issues. So in essence, the Analogue 3D has been delayed. Now, if you want a refund, Analogue have a no quibble. They'll give you a refund. The only thing I've got to say is if you do refund it and you do pick it up later, it's going to be a higher price because Analogue said they're going to absorb any additional costs, tariffs, whatever, and your price of the $249.99 that you paid will remain. Who knows what the new price is going to be? Someone said it's going to be $349.99, an additional $100. Someone said it's $300. I can't remember if Analogue have actually announced the new price. So It's up to you if you want to cancel it, if you've had enough, if you want to stick with it. But if you're going to cancel it with the intention of purchasing it later, just understand that you may be paying more. So anyway, Analogue 3D, Analogue 3D delayed, apparently to no one's surprise apart from mine. If you are a regular viewer of the channel, you know we kind of spoke about the game Bub before. Now the developer behind this, a fine chap called Eli, previously wanted to do this as a portrait mode console. So we're talking original Game Boy DMG or the Game Boy Color style. Now I ran a video asking for your feedback. Eli responded to feedback as well, and most of you guys said, and even myself included in that, we want a landscape shaped one, right? We've got the analog pocket that covers the Game Boy. It gives us that nostalgia for the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy DMG, but hey, we want a Game Boy Advance styled one, because if you want to play games for a long period of time, well, we want them, we want to be comfortable while we play them. So I'm not talking of Pokemon games, I'm talking games that use like a lot of movement, a lot of dexterity, a lot of like tricky inputs. That's definitely more comfortable in the hands. So it's good to see that Eli's taken that advice. So the game Bub crowdfunding on Crowd Supply is actually live, and the campaign's actually doing really well. This is a great little console. I've got a dedicated video on the channel about this, but it's got stuff like Rumble, it's got a real-time clock, it will run all your cartridges. As you can see, it's flush with the Game Boy ones, and the Game Boy Advance ones fit in there with a little gap naturally, but this is really good. There's also a dock available. The dock will let you output that to a HDMI display TV or whatever, and as well as that you can use Bluetooth controllers. But on the whole, this looks like a really good Game Boy, and one of the most important things here is this is fully open source, guys. So everything about this is open source. So what's really cool is I've seen other developers kind of highlight this project as well, so it's very likely that as well as the cores this comes with, being Game Boy DMG, Game Boy Color and a Game Boy Advance, anyone can tweak it to bring any other cores. The FPGA on this is roughly twice the size of the Analog Pocket, but there may be some other limitations with some of the other components. But either way, the developers only targeting the Game Boy systems, and naturally other systems. I think there'll be other systems for this. I think we'll see ports of maybe some existing MiSTer cores coming over to that. Don't quote me on that, but this seems to be liked, favored by the community. Let's have a look at how much of it has been crowdfunded. So 2 days, and they're almost 20%, well, they're 18% through of their goal of 100,000 with 40 days left. I really do hope it makes it. I'm just going to be completely transparent here. I don't currently have the disposable income, but if I did, I will love to get this, because Game Boys are my weakness. I have a couple of Analog Pockets already. I have lots and lots of modded Game Boys. I just don't have the disposable income at the moment. But honestly, if I did, I'll be buying this right out, and I'll be buying the dock as well, so I could do streams for you. So if I have any generous viewers out there, if you like the channel, then feel free to buy me one with a dock, and I will truly appreciate it. And I'm not even joking there. I'm doing a shameless ask. You want to gift me one? I'll take it. But either way, if you're gonna get one for yourself, absolutely awesome. Enjoy it. It looks really freaking awesome. Hey, we have all sorts watching the weekly news show on the Pixel Cherry Ninja channel. So if you are an FPGA engineer and you want to go and work for the dark side, okay, that was supposed to be Darth Vader. I'm not sure how my mic picked that up, or whether it cut it out thinking it was some kind of nonsense noise. But no, Nintendo are hiring FPGA engineers, or engineer in this case. And if you do want to join the dark side, I say the dark side, and the reason I say that is because anytime anything happens or a fan does something, Nintendo shut it down in the same manner that Darth Vader blew up Princess Leia's planet. But yeah, if you do want to go and work for Nintendo, they have an opening for an FPGA engineer. I'll provide a link to this, and you can have a look at all the duties in here. You probably have to kill a couple of Ewoks during the interview process, but hey, you can apply for the position. Guys, let's give this a play. Seriously, this gives me vibes straight from when I was a kid. This is what the He-Man adverts were like for the toys. They used to pull the arm back, He-Man used to punch him, and it had all this Grayskull there and kids playing it. But guys, I love Brawlers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, Streets of Rage 4, absolutely brilliant. And wow, we're getting He-Man. Now, the only thing that could make this even better, or not make this better, but make the Brawler genre better, is getting a Thundercats beat 'em up as well. Hopefully that will come, but this is amazing. So bit Bitmap Bureau are on the development of this, and guys, they make cracking games. Can't wait for this, and I feel we need to watch this again. So it's being published by Limited Run Games, but it's being developed by the Bitmap Bureau. And guys, I can't wait for this. When this trailer or the announcement trailer released for this, I watched it like 4 or 5 times in a row. Like, I could not believe my eyes. I mean, look at that Battle Cat, the way he's riding. I'd love to see Cringer in there as well. Maybe if Battle Cat gets beat, he turns into Cringer. When He-Man lifts his sword up there and that lightning pops out there, that looks like the magic like you do in Golden Axe. I think I've seen Man-at-Arms in there. Is that what it was called? Is that She-Ra and He-Man? What are the other playable characters in there? But wicked. Dragon Pearl of Destruction looks absolutely wicked. We could sit here in what we could call a boot loop watching this, but let's move on. But guys, I'm super excited about this. It's coming out in 2026. Yes, this will be a day one purchase, and this is something, I'm not sure if it has online. I don't think it has online. I'd love it to have online. I'd love it to play with you guys if it did have online. If not, I'm happy playing this by myself. Look at it, it just looks superb. So this was really, really cool. Someone bought this NEO-GEO CD console as junk, and when they went to repair it, and they did repair it, it turned out to be a prototype. So based on a recent post on the NEO-GEO subreddit, this user here, Upstairs Report 6208, has acquired an incredibly rare early prototype of the NEO-GEO CD front loader console, specifically console number 4. The unit, which was brought as junk, with a black screen, features unique boards CD-ROM 1 and CD-ANA, and even has a sample label on the power button. Right, more details if you want to read about it in the description, but guys, absolutely banging. A little bit of history right here. One of the greatest games on the NES has received a SNES upgrade, and yes, we are talking about Infidelity, and his port of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out from NES to SNES also supports MSU1 sound. Guys, the MSU1 sounds recently, the additions that have been added to these ports are amazing. You can change them by pausing the game on the fly. There's a whole heap of different tracks on there, from metal, from electro. I haven't tried this out yet. I'm going by the previous one, and it also supports rumble. So now when Mike Tyson bangs you in the head and knocks you out, you can feel the vibration in your pad. And remember, if you're playing this on the MiSTer FPGA, there's a custom version of the core. Is it a custom version of the core? It is, yeah, because I remember trying it out. And with that, the rumble comes through to any controller. It will likely get put into the main as well, but I remember doing a custom version of the core, and any controller, like I was using an 8-bit no one, and it was rumble like it was in the jungle. So yeah, a big thank to Randall Linden for selecting Infinity to test out the prototype rumble controller. So there you go, trying it out on original SNES as well. And I really like the covers that get done for this. Absolutely brilliant. So we've got a classic NES game with that SNES remake and an absolute brilliant cover to go with it. So guys, that wraps it up for this week. I really do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, then a subscription and a like is super duper appreciated. Anyway guys, be awesome to one another. Take care. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.